Hello, everybody. Alright, so, keeping with the theme of the last video that we did, we are going to talk about the 10th anniversary stuff that has changed that this account can take advantage of. Because last time we talked about freebies, limited time freebies, that I have to say no to because this account does not do limited time stuff. Alright, so stuff that we can take advantage of that we can kind of look at immediately. Alright, well, big thing, we can look at the shop. Alright, so I believe that they added some things to the shop. Just make things easier. The Renown shop, I don't remember exactly what they added in here. It's not the most important. But yeah, like they added these anima, I think was one of them. It's not the most important thing in the world. We don't have to worry about it. Basically, what's in the Renown shop is in the Renown shop. However, the Prestige shop did add some weapons that may be useful, right? We talked about these in the weapon ticket thing. The weapon ticket segment of the last video. But Agonize and Columba are both in here. So, if you're willing to farm out the prestige pendants for Agonize or Columba to help out with your grids, it's not the worst. I think that, you still need to farm the raids themselves to get to the 4th end cap, but it's not the worst place to get to pick these up if you're having some problems. Now, that said, we're not going to be able to utilize Agonize for a long time, but Columba's got some potential. A single copy of Columba boosting our damage by 400,000 for charge attack, we could do something with that. That said, we don't really have a stable way of getting prestige pendants yet. Those require that you hit the high level raids, which we don't have them. We'll get there, but we're not there yet. Alright. I believe, did they add anything to here? I think they added some anima or something. Anyway. Again, if you have stuff that you need from the Prestige Pendant shop, just only save your pendants for those. Otherwise, you can spend your pendants on stuff that you might use. The biggest thing that we look at is Arcarum. Of course. Back to Arcarum. Let's end this expedition. So, Arcarum, right? You see, this expedition is one that I have done before. It's the one I just abandoned. It costs a badge. This expedition is one that I have not tried. It does not cost a badge. So, if you can first clear every Arcarum stage, it costs you no badges to clear any Arcarum stage. That is huge because it takes out a ton of the waiting element for Arcarum. Yeah, re-clears do still cost your Arcarum ticket, your badge. But normal clears do not. Your first clear does not. And that applies for normal, hard, and extreme. So if we can get to a point where we're able to do all of Arcarum super fast, we don't need to care about our badge cap anymore. Now, I don't think we'll be able to get to clear extreme yet, but we'll get there. And when we do, we can kind of clear it all at once, and we can kind of really get through. And also, this helps a lot with the summon forging aspect also, because, right, these summons require that you grab these Arcarum materials, and that can take a lot of time. But if we're able to get those materials quickly, because we're using, we have free expeditions, then we're going to be able to kind of hypercharge our speed toward getting the Arcarum summons, and those are some of the most important summons in the game. In fact, I would say they are the most important summons we have access to in the game. Alright, so let's see. Anything else we can take advantage of that really matters? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that they added... Yeah, they didn't add the like character map stuff anymore. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything else we'll actually be able to take real advantage of. But those two things alone, right? The addition of powerful weapons into the shop, and the free Arcarum clears, it's going to be huge for making forward progress. Because we got to remember that Arcarum has a relatively decent chance to drop SSR weapons with attack modifiers. Right? The Arcarum series weapons, the Sephiroth series, I suppose I should say, they're free. You know, you can buy them for Arca points, but don't do that. But these are free. And they all have big boost to Elemental's attack. That's huge. It helps cut out farming for some of these elements, right? Like if we get these light staffs, we don't have to farm at all to get light weapons. If we were to get, you know, some more water weapons, we don't have to farm at all to get a water grid. And you know, the same as with fire, right? We already have a wind and an earth grid, so those aren't really something that we're going to be worried about getting. It doesn't hurt to get them, because say we want a main hand use of this this sword, we can totally do that. It's useful. We want a bow, we've got one right here. So yeah, I mean those are going to be huge for the expedition. And man, on hard and extreme, the drop chances get higher. You get better rewards, more Arcarum loot. We've just been on normal so far. Oh, there is one more thing we can take advantage of, and I have taken advantage of, and that is there's a limited time campaign. We can't really avoid this if we're going to be doing side stories at all. But you know, let's look at one of these. You can see AP cost is half, treasure cost is half. So if you're going to farm a side story weapon or a side story summon, this is the time, right? I think, so I've already obtained my last copy that I need to limit break my Varus, which, I mean, this Varus is 100% the best event weapon they have ever given us. You know, that is just an event weapon. It can be uncapped to up to level 200, which most can't, and it has a really good main hand skill, and its charge attack is really good. So Varus is 100% worth getting. It just sucks that you have to do so many farming stages to get it fully uncapped. I think the other one that I really want to do while I'm thinking about it is get the other copies of Luna's Friend and get the Bellringer Angel, because those are both pretty good. And otherwise, it's going to take 4 times as long, essentially, because we have half AP and half treasure cost. Right, double both. That's gonna cost a lot. And you know, Luna's Friend is, I think it's one of the best side story weapons because it's got this skill cap up, and skill cap is, you know, it's good. Cap up is hard to come by, and this weapon is one that is free and easy to get. So I think that's something that I'm gonna do kind of off screen while we're you know, during this campaign, mostly because if I don't take advantage of this limited time campaign, I can't take advantage of the side stories at all. And also, you can really just count this limited time campaign as we just got a lot of free half elixirs. Right, which if we look at our half elixir count, we're already up to over 500. That's a lot. We might use these at some point, but not right now. And yes, I have picked up the half elixirs and full elixirs and the soul bombs and the soul berries and stuff from the crate, because I don't really count grabbing AP and EP as being a big deal, because the game is not built around limiting the amount of time you can play, really. On my main account, I use dozens of half elixirs a day, and I have over 18,000 of them. You have to be playing like a maniac to run low on elixirs once you get a decent stockpile rolling. You know, and this is to say nothing of natural AP regen and natural EP regen. They still happen, and it's not the slowest process in the world. Alright, we can click on this. We can see we'll have full EP in like 45 minutes. That's not going to take very long. So if I'm like, I need to spam more raids and spending some soul berries, it's fine. You get tons of those. If I need to, you know, host some extra requests and spend some half elixirs, it's fine. We get tons of those. There are ways, I mean, again, if you're playing, you know, like a maniac, like I said, you can run low. But if you're smart about it, conservative, and don't go too hard on things that are inefficient, you're not going to have any problems. Alright, I think that about covers it for this video. So I want to say thank you for being here. Thanks for seeing this. I did sacrifice a free Arcarm run for this video. I started that one, and then I thought to myself, I really need to make a video about this. So I did sacrifice I did sacrifice the free first clear of 1-1 in the wind zone or water zone. Bellator. I sacrificed my free first clear. It's fine. We get plenty of tickets. We'll be good with that. All right. So hopefully this has been at least decent to watch. If you've made it all the way to the end, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And if you're interested in what's next, I think we're getting very close to being able to clear Leviathan. But I think I want to do the main story, get to chapter 54, and then there is a side story series that unlocks that I would like to cover in actual detail. So I think that next up is the main story, even with all of the anniversary stuff going on. Plus, it'll give us a chance to actually, you know, look at Relic Cluster and see what it can accomplish. All right, so that's about it for here. Thanks for being here. I'm repeating myself. Let's stop doing that. This has been Shadow SP, signing off.